What you guys got another video for all Dell users. Hackers can access your system because of this major security vulnerability. Security update for Dell displays and Peripheral Manager DDPM for Windows for all execution with unnecessary privileges vulnerability. So what does this mean? Well, users of Dell systems are currently at a considerable risk of high impact vulnerability. This has been identified in Dell displays and Peripheral Manager DDPM. According to Dell, attackers with low privileges can use this installation program to upgrade their access rights, which the Dell manufacturer announced on their website, as you can see right here. The impact is high, and you can check to see whether you're vulnerable or not by going to their website. I'll leave the links for this in the video description. You can see my monitor that I've got here is a Dell curved monitor, and this is not at risk. So you can put in your model number and check to see whether you are vulnerable to it. If you are, I'll show you how you can quickly update to the latest version to make sure that your system is safe. So the security vulnerability is located in the installer for Dell's utility app that users can use to manage keyboards, webcams, and other peripheral devices. The vulnerability allows an attacker with limited rights to obtain a higher system rights through a targeted attack. Dell confirms that all versions of DDPM prior to versions 2.1.2.12 are affected. So who is affected and what should you do? Well, Windows PCs that have the Dell Display and Peripheral Manager DDPM installed are affected if they're using one of the prior versions. So that typically means that Dell Business Systems or even users who manage peripherals via their Dell's tool, which is installed on millions of computers. You can check here. If you find out what product of article applies to, you can put in your product name right here and it will tell you. Now you can see the actual CVE 2025-46430 detail and description about Dell Displays and Peripheral Manager, and it will go through what I've just told you right there. You can have a little read about all this information and how it impacts your system and what the risks are. And apparently Dell have said millions of computers are at risk if they don't update. So anyone using that program should update to the latest version as soon as possible or deactivate the tool until an update is installed on that system. So how serious is this particular vulnerability? Well, if Dell categorizes this vulnerability as high impact, then that means it is a pretty serious thing to have. So you definitely want to update, and I'll show you how we can do that on a system if you are affected with this issue. Now remember, you don't have to do this if you're not affected, but if you are affected, it's best to update that software, and I'll show you how to do that. So basically, in the drivers and downloads here, you can put in your model number of your monitor or whatever device you're using, which is a Dell product or device that is going to be affected by this. And if you use that software, you definitely want to update it. So I'm going to put in my monitor here and do a search, and I'll show you how to do a search for drivers and downloads for this particular monitor that I have. And it will come up right here, and you'll see there'll be a list of stuff down the bottom here. So come down. I already know that my monitor is not at risk. So I just come down in the list here, and you will see there is Alienware Command Center, which I can install, which is software for the actual monitor itself. And you'll see there is one for the Dell Display and Peripheral Manager, and that is the very latest version for this particular monitor. So if I install this, I should be perfectly fine if I use that software on a regular basis. Now, if you've installed all of the software on your system and you don't use it, you still need to update it because obviously it's vulnerable and it has a risk of high impact, which also comes under the category of a major vulnerability to your system, as this allows the attacker with limited rights to obtain a higher system rights through a targeted attack. This means they will have full system rights, which is a major concern and a major risk. So I would advise you to download the software. It's quite a big download here. Click on it and it will take you to the Display and Peripheral Manager page right here. And you can see 2.1.2.12 is the latest version, and that's the version that you want to download and install on your system. And you can see the release date is the 24th of September 2025. So if you've got an outdated version on your system, you want to uninstall that and definitely download the latest version here and get it installed to patch that vulnerability. So I'll let these download, and basically once these are downloaded, I will get them installed on the system, and you can then take a look at what it actually does. So remember, this affects different types of peripherals and hardware, so you just need to make sure that you download and get this updated as soon as possible. Now I'm going to also download the Alienware Command Center here for my monitor because I use that as well, and I want to download this and get this installed on the system. But you can just download the other one if you do use it. If it isn't installed on your system, then you should be okay. Okay, so the display and peripheral manager has been downloaded. So let's go ahead and quickly install this onto the system here. And you should see something looking like this. I'm going to accept their terms, go next. And from here, you can see you can also select this if you want to set up yours this way. I'm going to leave this unchecked, but if you do want to check it, you can do. I'm going to uncheck this because obviously I don't want to set up outgoing ports and incoming ports here. We're going to leave that off, and I'm going to go ahead and install this on the system by clicking install. And it does take quite a while because it is quite a big installation if you've been using this software for some time. And it should look something like this once it's installed, and it says welcome to the Dell Display and Peripheral Manager app. And you can just go through here and go through the next bit or skip it. I'm just going to quickly skip this one here because I've done this before. So it's basically this software that is the vulnerability, but it helps you control your monitor here on this particular software. As you can see, we can control the brightness, the color, and the contrast all manually, or we can set it up the way we like here using hotkeys. You've got a night light here, and we also have auto settings right here. Import source. This will just give you the import source for your settings panel here. And then you've got easily arrange. If you've got a wide screen like I've got here, it lets you arrange the screen real estate more easily using this right here as well. On the gaming section, this lets you do your resolution and refresh rate. And also you've got some other information here. That is on the actual app itself. Now you can also check the updates on this particular app as well. And I'll show you that, where we can go to the settings panel right here. And it will tell you whether you've got the latest version, and you can check for updates right here. You can see we're rocking the latest version, which is what is recommended. Last checked on the 14th of November. And that's when you can do quick checks for updates. So I'm fully updated, and that should be fine. If you haven't got it installed, then you should be okay. But if you use this particular type of software on your laptop or on your monitor or PC or whatever it is you've got that is a Dell product, then you do need to update it as soon as possible. Anyway, that is going to be about it. Just a bit of a security update for people that are using Dell products. My name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. I just want to say a quick shout out to all my YouTube members who join my YouTube members group. I really do appreciate the support, and hope you have a lovely weekend, and I shall catch you in the very next video. Thanks again for watching. Bye for now.